So welcome to the Law of Acquisition class today. It's been amazing, okay? I just want to say thank you to all those that organised the celebration. Wasn't that magnificent, okay? All of those different languages coming through and saying welcome. And it just opened my heart and mind up to how global we are. And that's the point, isn't it? It's such a powerful platform globally. So well done, Kasha. I just want to say congratulations, because each month they're creating a different flavor, okay, for us, and it keeps us interested. And today was all about our why we're on the platform of Noble Goldman, because it's genius. That's my why, okay? Absolute knowing that this is what we've been asking for. Pretty cool. So today we're talking about sovereignty, and we're just talking before the recording went on about sending light forces to acute places of hardship. This is the power of being a 3D creator, okay? A 3D creator. So we've dropped down into the density of all of the story that's going on in this world. Okay, the Piscean age. The Piscean age works off duality. I'm starting to expand my vocabulary because of what we're living at the moment with this equinox that we're actually in right now. It's bringing the end of the Pisces age, Piscean age. Piscean age, in my understanding now, is that it's coming to an end. What does that mean to us vibrationally as creators? Well, it means that we no longer have to keep being ruled by it. Okay, we don't have to be ruled by the Piscean age, which is built in duality. It was based on the tree of knowledge of good versus evil. This is in our myths and legends. Okay, all civilizations, 200 civilizations across the earth actually believe in a time of the Garden of Eden. Okay, when there was a time where we were connected to the tree of life, and then we dropped into the density of good versus bad, right versus wrong, heaven versus hell. Talk about dark times. Okay, we were absolutely dropped down into this dense energy that we've been playing the game in. So the game, if you read it in the book, okay, Diamond Matrix Masters Self-Mastery Level 1, is teaching you all about the human law vibration, okay, human law. So human law is a vibrational law, and we've been teaching in the law of acquisition that we create it. Isn't that crazy? We stream it, vibrational streaming. We create through creation wrapping, and we create vibrational stories, okay, through not understanding how vibration works, how your energetic system works. So to come into soul sovereignty, sovereignty is rulership. Okay, so I want you today to start receiving and letting this trickle down. I had an amazing session with a client this week, just beautiful. And this is where the law of acquisition is, where we turn you from this opposite perspective in the world of duality, saying, please God, to full consciousness. Who I am. That's sovereignty. Isn't that gorgeous? When I am in sovereignty and I turn my light on and I connect with my higher self, and I'm bringing in the life, the tree of life, which is connected to source, this world is done in a holy instant. Doesn't exist. Wow, that's sovereignty right there. In a holy instant, be whole. That's the Course of Miracles, a quantum law principle. When we believe that, we're whole. Isn't that gorgeous? When you believe that and you start experiencing the energy, I want you to feel soul come through. As soon as I start this session off, my soul just goes, whoo. And I step forward, and my soul steps forward. My authority is here. My sovereignty is here. What does my sovereignty do? My sovereignty is penetrating resistant vibrations. My sovereignty is unconditional love. Oh, unconditional love. Think about that. Feel it right now. Here it is. Can you feel it? Fill up your light bodies, become your light bodies, turn it on, switch it on, ignite it. You have to ignite your light body. Let's do an impartation. Oh, it's burning. Here it is for you, okay? Just let's pop your light body on, feel it. Okay, you felt it today through the singing bowls of Natasha. Okay, you get it when you go to Cherie's class with the many. You feel it in Darla's because she takes you to soul. Every single one of you, oh, you're just bursting with life. And when you come into your power to project, to bring your message through as great teachers and healers, channelers, oh my God, your unconditional love, your soul is aglow. And you're a powerful being of light. And when you are switched on, in a holy instant, you get switched on, you are sovereign. You are sovereign. What is sovereign? I want you to place a crown upon your head right now. How many of you at one point saw crowns coming to you? Yeah, you remember, don't you? Crowns. I was driving around the streets one day and this crown, I've got it here somewhere, a child's crown. It was sitting on the street and I go, oh my God, here's my crown. And so I was wearing it around like a bit of a wally. I just love it. It's so much fun. Okay, I'll get it out for you next week. Oh, we are sovereign. There you go. Tony's put up a crown. Okay, come on. These messages are for you to know because you know that you are sovereign. Okay, and when we make this leap into sovereignty, you are to take charge of every emotional, physical, mental, spiritual projection. Because in sovereignty, unconditional love, and your board of directors, your divine feminine, your divine masculine, divine inner child, does not have issue because your soul is sovereign. And what you're doing in now is turning it and bringing it into your heart. Okay, we're turning on the heart, which is bringing us fully into the diamond matrix, okay, which is the fifth dimension and above, multiverse opening. I am a beacon of light. I am light. As above, so below. A sovereign soul has sovereignty over every vibration in this world. Nothing can stand against your free will when you know that you are sovereign. Okay. Oh, feel the energy. Isn't this true? That's your witness. I don't have to convince you when you feel it. Just take it. It's yours. It was just never taught. Okay, it was stifled for a reason in this Piscean age. It was given to us in seed form, okay, when the Christ came, and it was planted into the earth. Okay, now we're coming to a time of harvest. Okay, but we have to come out of the Piscean age. And that's what we're doing, is we're coming up through this little pointy part here. This is a portal into the totality, into full remembrance. You are already feeling multi-dimensional experiences, aren't you? Okay, you have weird little things going on. It's like a glitch in the matrix, and you go, ooh, I wasn't sure where I was for a moment. That's because you're experiencing greater, but what do you experience? What you remember in your Akashic records, in your entire experience from your past and way into your future, because it's already created. All we have to do is turn on, let the pineal glands come into wholeness, which is the connection to source right now. Okay, we're applying the rose in the heart, apply the rose to each other. Okay, sovereignty, sovereign. Okay, and while we're in this change around, we're going, well, that part of duality is still affecting me, is it? Okay, you're the sovereign soul that's saying it does. And so your board of directors goes, oh, okay, here comes another round. I have to heal myself. And we go poking at things from here with a stick. It's like poke, poke, poke. And that's all it is this tiny little poking. But if you knew your sovereignty, I am. Isn't that cool? I am Gigi. I am Cherie. I am Darla. I am. Whew. Okay, so if I'm a turned on light body and I am sovereign, there is nothing to change or fix about you, because you are full open presence here and now in this moment. You are sovereign. Think about the vibrations that we get caught up in our world. You have sovereignty over it. Okay, think you're in lockdown? No, you're not. How can you possibly be locked down? Okay, we rise when we feel to rise. We go where we feel to go, and we go immediately as soon as we feel it. That's sovereignty. And the gates will open before you. Remember, a conqueror who is back to front and upside down, a conqueror in duality has to have battles to overcome. It's just the way duality works. If you're going to live in plan B, you must have battle after battle after battle to overcome. Do you hear people talk to you and they're tired and they're weary, and they tell you of their battles and battle and more battles? Okay. But a conqueror needs a battle to overcome. But for a victor has the gates open before them. Isn't that beautiful? That came through with a lady I was counseling. It was like, oh, afterwards I just go to the beloveds. What on earth is going on here? Why can't we get breakthrough? Why the old stories were just going in circles? And that's what came through. A conqueror needs a battle to overcome. A conqueror. So if you're a creator with your own quantum field and your own vibrational body, and you believe in conquering, you are using your creative powers to create another battle and another battle and another battle. When you come into alignment, pop on your light body. And this is where we get the plan A and plan B constructs from that I teach on in the book. Plan A is the victor And a victor has the gates open before them. Tonight we did a celebration. When we see a celebration in the streets and you've got all of those tickets, you know, things coming from the sky and everyone's celebrating and the vehicles are moving through with that celebrity or sports person. There's no blockage. Okay, the pathway is opened before them. That's a victor. A victor naturally has the gates open before them. A monarch does not go and go, excuse me, out of the way. Okay, I'm going to open my own gate. No. Okay, they don't. Okay, they don't even touch the gate. And this is why you don't have to worry about this. The gate is your heart chakra being fully opened. That's what you're initiating into. That's what we do with Diamond Reconnection, is to open your light body, bring you into the soul sovereign connection, teach you how to walk as a light being and as a sovereign soul. Once you've met your board of directors, it's like, ooh, I'm not going to argue with my own soul. Why do that? We're just prolonging and keeping ourselves in a battle zone of duality. This Piscean age you cannot win in. It is a no-win situation. For any that have done my Don't Play the Games segment, okay, you can't win in it. If anyone wants to do it, okay, you can come through the Quantum Living 4-Body Wellness School. It's amazing. Bring you into your sovereign relationship. You feel your light body open up. You connect with your board of directors. The triune being is being returned to us now so that we can rise up and come into sovereignty. Sovereignty means that any human law construct that has ever been created by others or ourselves, that we can rule. And we rule it by using alchemy so that this becomes non-existent. Alchemy, pure alchemy. It is quantum. It's how quantum works. I come into alignment and I do not judge that. Judge not lest you be judged. Why? Because it activates the vibration of the story that you've just judged upon. Don't play the game. If you want to keep the game alive in your life, you have lots and lots of judgment and lots of opinions on everything. And you'll have a ripper of a game. Okay, you'll be playing the game. No worries. In every holy instant, you can spark the game of duality and you will feel it in your solar plexus and you go, ugh, whew, disgusting. I feel sick. Empathic bodies feeling the vibration of life around them because of what they actually bring to themselves. When you're in alignment, you don't see human law. Okay, you do because it's a great influence in our world right now. It's very dense. But when you're in soul sovereignty, you are the sovereign over that vibration. And that's why lately we've been talking about the elephants coming in, the true leadership that know they are sovereign. Feel it. You're called to sovereignty. Why? Because we need sovereign leadership on this planet. Sovereign leadership, sovereign. We need you to be sovereign so that you can govern the vibrations of this earth. Okay, who'd rather be governing rather than inflicted? Oh, yes, please. Okay. See the unconditional love of sovereignty. And now we're talking about the rose and this immense purity running through us. Okay, the diamond and the rose, bringing our light bodies into the new photon energy, stellar energy. We're coming into the photon band, which is the 2000-year cycle of the golden age. Okay, we've just entered it. So this now is complete. This is what we're now projecting into. And we have an opportunity to create a golden age and to receive from source, pure source, instead of this mutilated version that we've been taught through the religions. Got to be on my knees, on my face before a judge. We're taught that we're sinners. We're taught that we have to, do penance. We have to restore ourselves. No, the Christ consciousness is pure light. It is in your heart, it's in your mind, it's in your body. You exist because of the Creator within you, because you are a creator. You're a drop-down version of source, just in a more dense space. But the creation of quantum and quantum law exists on all levels of creation. So I'm finding that the more I understand creation, the more I understand the Creator. Okay, because I'm just a little droplet of the same. Isn't that cool? We're just little droplets of the same source energy. And our natural ability is to be sovereign and to create worlds. So I think it and breathe life into it. Who breathes life into it? Your divine feminine brings the construct, because I'm playing with these things. I want an answer, I want a solution, I want to project into the next. I want to become a vibrational match. And this is what the Godhead does. It becomes that next creation. Okay, my body is a vibrational world of perfection. Okay, my original blueprint is amazing. I mean, next time I'd like to be a 6-foot blonde model, but okay. All right, I'll take this one. It's the one I chose. Okay. How glorious. I might want to be a big strapping Hawaiian male. Okay. I've probably been all of these things. I have. I've been all of these things. We've been coming in and out and in and out and in and out. I've been all of this. We've been rulers, true rulers. I was a pickpocket in London. I remember the cobblestones and running away from the women that I was stealing from. Not surprising, I've had a bit of money issues in this life. Okay, what do you remember? I've lived in Chinese royalty. Okay, incredible golden embroidered rooms that I remember. How could a little Aussie lady remember that? It's bizarre. It's because it's built in. We've had these experiences. We are those experiences. We could be those experiences in the future. It's glorious. You are a sovereign soul. You're a creator. You're already doing it. Okay, but the beautiful deception, and it wasn't a deception, it was the falling, it's called the fall into duality. It was just the next experience, maybe not even a fall. We're not to judge that. Okay, we dropped in and split the masculine from the feminine, and they went away. If you read Shirley MacLaine's book, it's amazing. Have you read her book? The Camino. Is it Camino? Camino Trail. Okay, so she went on this walk, okay, that famous trail. I've always wanted to do it myself. And as she unfolded in her journey, she actually split. She was a part of the experiment within Atlantis of splitting the male from the female. Seriously, like the old legends say of Adam coming out, Eve coming out of Adam. Okay, the two were a genetic experiment and they took their own paths. And this is what we're coming back now into, is the soul sovereign connection and recognition and ignition. That's the initiation process, coming back into the tree of life experience. And it's all in here. Okay, so this is Australia, this is just the most amazing book. Sorry, I'm just not self-promoting. This is just revelation after revelation as to who and what we are, and we need to understand it. When you get to the last chapters of this book, okay, Saint Germain came in and said to me, did you like the finale? You've got to read it. Okay, the finale of the book is insane. It's wonderful. It's not insane, it's actually pure consciousness. And I go, yes, thank you. We're coming back into unity with the one source. That is getting our little feet up until we are sealed into the Aquarian age, sealed into what Atlantis and Lemuria were connected into. Their light was different. It was connected to source. Okay, it wasn't like down here, which is so, I've got the light on. It's a false light, isn't it? All right. So it's not false. It's just, it's dense. It's dense. And now I'm feeling the connection to source, which is a different light. My heart is so consolidated. My soul is just here, okay, in greater consolidation than ever before, because it's the planting of the soul within the physicality. That's what's happening right now. The soul is coming to inhabit you. The ascension is your physicality being inhabited by soul, which brings you into full remembrance. And so that's why we clear programs and set up your light body and remove and heal the wounded child, because the wounded child is what is perpetuating your duality world. Plan B keeps perpetuating itself. You cannot win in Plan B. You cannot win in the Piscean age. I'm really understanding this now. Okay, you cannot win in the age of Pisces. That's why it has to come to an end and be done with it. And how is that done? By every light worker turning on their body. Well, okay, so let's just rephrase that. Is every human body turning their light body on? Isn't that gorgeous? It's not just made for light workers, because every human body is light. It's a vibrational beacon of light. So to bring consciousness into the dense energy is the consciousness of humankind coming up into their total sovereignty. Okay, so we've only got very few come through, okay, this portal into an activated sovereign light body, back into the greater you. Okay, I talk about the greater you and the little pointy me, my greater board of directors, my divine sovereign soul. Okay, I'm the fourth part. Divine feminine, divine masculine, divine inner child, and little pointy me. Okay, and so as we progress in this knowledge, I become my total address. I am fully inhabited by my soul. And this is why, you know, as above, so below. Okay, in that I'm going to be able to do here what we do as light. From whence we came. Where did you come from? You came from light. You are light. You project light. That's your sovereignty. Your sovereignty is unconditional love. And so this is why I teach on the holy instant. This is why I teach on the purity. Okay, the only reason that you acquire by your law of acquisition is that you still believe in duality. Okay, so you may come into this class and feel whole, but we want you to go out into the world and be whole with your family. Ooh, I tell you what, this is like staggering. Have you ever just sat there in your family and they're just doing their thing? Just have this immense love, bliss bombs. I'd go in and go, oh, I'm so relaxed. And they go, I'm so over you saying you're so relaxed. It'd be so good to be there, you know. And I'd go and this went on for months and months and months and months and months. I was doing light work. Light work is the isness of being. I didn't feel like talking. I was just so aligned. I was just like a love machine on the couch. People would talk if they felt to. You know, some of the family members would get on the piano and start singing these love songs. Direct influence, you know, it's like, oh my God. I remember just crying my eyes out when they started playing The Rose. It's like, you know, these beautiful things happen when your light is switched on. And people can feel it because you're actually doing the harmonics within your space. That's why we need every single soul come into their sovereignty, because only you can do what you need to do in your community. Joe right now thinks that he's out there because of a storm. Well, the storm actually got his light body into another space and time. What's he going to get up to? Who's he shining his consciousness into right now? Sorry, Joe, you said you were watching the replay, so I thought I'd mention that. Wicked as ever. So is there anything that's really a problem? No, because it's actually going to move us into the next time and space as a sovereign soul. Okay, it moves us. We have to rise and move into the next time and space. So even human law, okay, so let's just say that human law is, say, police. They enforce human laws. Okay, they actually enforce human laws because we complained that we needed more police. Okay, because we were feeling unsafe in our little pointy us. My little pointy self feels like I'm going to be robbed because I live in fear. And so I asked for a military. I asked for protection. Okay, when I feel that way, I'm not in my sovereign self. Okay, I've created a whole lot of human laws that I keep agreeing with. And so it's built and built and built. Your human laws have added to the collective, the dense collective, and you have built these walls around yourself. Isn't that amazing? The whole globe is in lockdown and we did it to ourselves. So if we can do this to ourselves, we can bring ourselves up into 5D as the same creators. This wonderful message came through. It said, as many as have created this, okay, we have the same amount on the planet to create the ascended life, to save ourselves, to change our reality. Not save, I don't want to use that word ever again. Sorry, I apologize. As many as it took to destroy the world, okay, we have the same amount here that can raise and heal the world. Isn't that refreshing? God, we needed a bit of light to shine. We need this wisdom. We need these messages to come through. And that's why I'm saying, if you're having dreams, visions, bring it to the platform. You know, we should actually just have a masterclass just for that. What is the communication that you're getting this week? We need it. Okay, if people weren't sharing their message, I wouldn't be growing and glowing. Soul sovereignty is knowing what comes next. Scripture actually says that you'll know ahead of time what is going to happen. Why? Because we're vibrational beings. We've got full access to knowledge. That's what sovereignty has. Sovereignty has this intelligence community feeding, okay, information. You have that. We have the sovereign. We've got the beloveds. We've got all of the light forces. We've got whoever we believe in. We've got the ascended masters. Whoever you want to call in, bring them in. You've got your guides. You've got your body elementals. You've got your natural kingdom elementals. Okay, you can gain from every source that you are participating in, because you're a part of that vibrational world as a multidimensional being of light. Okay. I look at the kangaroos when I was traveling. When I was traveling around Australia, and I've done a lot of traveling in Australia, working in remote communities, and all of the kangaroos would sit up and their ears would be listening out. And I could feel the Indigenous people connected to that. And I go, hi, because the ancestors would be bringing them messages through the animal kingdom. Do you think they didn't know what was going on in the world? That's why they knew what was going on in the world. Okay. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, feel the truth coming through on that. Okay. You have eyes and ears in all places, and we will come through this time. Okay. If you just trust where you can receive from. But most of all, I'm really wanting now to speak on the sovereign royal part of you, that you are sovereign, that you change and you take charge of this energy vibration. You project through free will. Nothing can move for you unless you decree. You have to decree. And to decree onto your quantum field, and you already are, you're doing this in every holy split second. You are vibrating thoughts, feelings, actions, desires, fears, worries, old stories, and you become clunky, really clunky in your creations. And it's like, oh my God, plan B keeps showing up. And it becomes denser and denser until we go out in a box. Last box. Okay? Because what happens? We stop. Okay? And a lot of us are taking ourselves out in that box because we're no longer participating in life, and this becomes overwhelming. And the four bodies, their physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional bodies shut down and become sick because they're not flowing in sovereign energy. They're not recycling their energy fields. Okay, they're not constantly creating a forward action, or they're actually projecting hardship in the future, into their future. Do not project onto your quantum field hardship into your future. Stop it right now. Okay, you're a sovereign. You're a sovereign. You're a sovereign soul. And when you're connected to source, well, if you're actually projecting hardship into the future, you're actually still in the game. Back to front. In a holy instant, you can be back to front. So come back here and do this first. Turn your light body on, come into your sovereignty, take charge of that vibration, pull it out, throw it away, send it to the fifth. I will not give knowing consent to that. No, I do not give knowing consent to that. Remember my story? It was such a simple one of kitty cat in the book, for those that have read it. Okay. And this happened twice in one day. And I had to take authority. And that was the story of Tara with a kidney infection, came on full blown, went straight out, 10 out of 10 pain. It was like hospital, could die. Wow. Said to her, do you want healing? Do you want healing, or do you want me to take you to the doctor? Because the old nurse part of me goes, maybe we should take you to the hospital. All right. And she goes, I want a healing. I go, no worries. So we pulled it out, did the work. Okay. Came down to 4 out of 10, but it was still there. Went in again and took the lot. Okay. We can heal in a holy instant. Same day, the kitty cat, beautiful little cat she was, still is, and had a big abscess on her back. My old guidance system from duality said, and I got the MASH song, da 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 da. I was like, you need to take her to the hospital, to the vet. So my old guidance system will try to keep you alive. Go to the medical model. And that's what the vets are now to our animal kingdom. So they've dominated the human body, and now they're dropping it down to our friends. Come on. Sovereignty. I had to come into the reality of my sovereignty, went in and goes, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not putting her into a cage. I'm not putting her into the back seat of a car. I'm not driving her at nighttime in a car. She hates that. I hate that. Okay. I'm not taking her to the sterilized clinic that smells of all of these other animals. Okay. I'm not going to put a great big long needle into her to lance it, because that's what I got told. Take her to the vet and you need to get lanced. That was this guidance. Okay, you have to understand the old guidance that you used to get. If it takes you to duality, that's not sovereignty. Okay, and I teach on this in the book. You have to understand what you're listening to, what you're getting. And I said, no, I'm not doing any of this. And then just when I started getting angry against my guides, and I sacked them all at that time. It was quite amusing. I'm going, look, seriously, I need a new team. You don't know what you're doing. You're just running me around in circles. Well, it wasn't actually them, was it? Okay, it was me. It was my creations. I was still in plan B. They were just trying to keep me and my cat alive, because I, as a creator, was in duality. This was a part of my law of acquisition training while I was writing the book. It was really, really cool. So I went in and go, no, I'm not doing that. No. And you get angry. It's called righteous anger, but it's not anger. It's not anger. It's authority. I become authoritative. I put my crown on. I become sovereign. I'm in alignment. I turn my heart on. I ignite myself. And then I go in and do the work. And unless you do the work, unless you apply light work to pull out that vibration, send it to the fifth, bring the healing in. And next morning when I put the kitty cat outside, it was gone. Complete healing. I do not need pet insurance. I don't need home insurance. I don't need any insurance. I don't need a doctor. I don't need anything to protect myself against anything, because I'm a soul sovereign being and my sovereignty will rule. Sovereignty will rule. Okay, take your sovereignty back, and every human law, even that little thing that kitty cat was suffering, what suffering is a manifestation, okay, within the world of duality. It is plan B. Plan B. And we go, well, this is just the way it is. No, it's not. How many times do you hear that? Well, that's just the way it is. So we're all going to get mass vaccinated. That's just the way it is. No, it's not. No, I'm a sovereign soul. I'm not going to be doing that. No. Okay. I have charge of my vibration. And not only that, I'm going to get angry enough that I'm going to take charge of your vibration as well. And I'll send the light forces out. And there is a big struggle going on right now as to even the light forces. Okay, well, they know, they're just going out there. Will you please let us go and do something on your behalf? Well, send them. You have authority. Your authority is free will as the little pointy U to say, go out. They cannot move a muscle unless you send them. You have to send them to the point of your attention. You have to send them to the point, okay, of what you want activated. You send them into the vibrational world. Feel that vibrational world of what it is that you're wanting to send light to. Okay, and as an elephant, we're talking about elephants lately, so we're coming into the time of the elephants. Leadership, elephants, strong strength, okay, built with the maternal mother, returning that to this world that has been lost in just dominance. Okay, so returning the love, unconditional love, send that into, you see, if you don't do the light work, if you don't use your creator to pour in, then the world doesn't change. And yet we have created this through fear. So we've been projecting and projecting and projecting. We are always projecting because we are natural born creators. We are creator. I'm a creator. That's how it happens. So we've created all this. Now it is time to become sovereign and take this back. No, you can't have my world. I'm not giving it to you. And I'm not letting you have any of those souls. Okay, they're all innocent. I'll have the lot of them. Thank you. Every single one of them. Even the ones that are so lost, perpetrators. Okay, no, we'll take you too. Because in 3D, it's just a state of lostness. We come in, second level of consciousness, come from light, drop into complete forgetfulness as we birth into the earth, fully imprinted by the world for 20 odd years, and then start our awakening journey again into the third and fourth stages of consciousness, which is coming back into our sovereign soul, but here on earth. And this is the last incarnation for those that want to cease. And it is the last incarnation, actually. It's all making sense. Everything's making sense. This whole book that I've written is making more sense today, this week, than ever before. Isn't that amazing? Wow. Okay, we're coming into complete innocence. Okay, so everything about this Piscean age is being brought up, but it cannot be completed here. It has to come up into this. And that's what the new leadership is here. And so that's why the new leadership has to understand sovereignty, your sovereignty to emanate unconditional love as you are that when you're connected to your source. And everything about this has to dissolve. That is alchemy. That is alchemy. This is alchemy. Okay? The soul fire within you, there is this stream of fire within the soul that dissolves, does the alchemy, dissolves the miscreations that we ourselves have created. And so there's a lot of tools and that in the book. Actually, Kobe's been writing a list out. We've all done bits of lists of all of my quantum principles that are stated and have come through. I really do need to do something about that, don't I? I need to do a PDF or something with all of the quantum principles. When you apply, for example, no consequences, as a creator, I've created a miscreation, a 3% creation of some sort in plan B. And I'm just struggling for a minute and I get up my partner about something and I'm cranky pants about it. Why haven't you done this? Well, they do it to you. Okay. And I enter the game. I'm spiritually alchemizing a world of cause and effect. I'm agreeing to this is happening to me. Well, here's the evidence. This person's getting up me by the law of reflection. I'm living it. Well, as soon as I come back into my alignment, I can say no consequences. Or I will not make an enemy of my sister. I will not make an enemy of my sister. And when that is released from a place of the Christ, the perfection of love, it has to dissolve the energetic world that you are creating. And this happens each and every single time. Feel the power of that? Oh, it's just, it's here. The presence is here. Just receive them. You can do that right now if you've got an annoying little story going on that you're a creator of or participating in it. Feel it. I will not make an enemy of my sister. I will not make an enemy of my brother. And in that moment, the alchemy of the soul fire, and which is unconditional love, goes in and heals and blows it away. And that energy that formed that world is recycled to the fifth dimension and above through the violet flame. Whatever belongs to you comes back to you. Whatever belongs to them goes back to them. And it keeps the energetic drop of energy that you are intact. And this is why people get chronic fatigue, because they use their energies in miscreations to the point that they are completely depleted. Okay, so it's not just about the physical world and what their intake is and their exposure to things. It is that they're doing this and not replenishing through recycling it. So it comes to us every morning, fresh dose of neutralized electrons. Neutralized means it hasn't been imprinted. Then what we do as creators, we bring yesterday into today. And this is why the news media are so deadly to us, because they're creating, bringing yesterday into today. And this thing is creating and expanding. And then when we get freedom in a community from this thing that is happening to us, is because we're saying no. So there's a collective group within that community go, no, it's got to get better. No, we want it finished. No, we've had enough. And we're decreeing the opposite, and numbers drop. Okay. And then the collective, okay, with the agenda goes, no, we want more, okay, and we feed it, and more comes in, and we go, no. Can you see this fluctuation that's going on in your world and in your community, and you're a part of that? Okay. No, I do not give knowing consent to that. You are soul sovereign. You do not receive a negative report. That's a quantum principle. If I go, I receive a negative report because the news is flashing, it's like, oh my God, yes. Did you hear that? Yes, I'm agreeing. I add to the agenda. Okay? No, I do not give knowing consent to that. I will not receive a negative report. Sovereign soul, no, we don't have any issues. No, we are not going to project anything that is not of wholeness. Okay, that's what the true messages of the Christ were on this earth. It's not that you're a sinner and you need to be on your knees finding salvation. He was teaching us sovereignty. Okay, as above, so below. Okay, used to say, I love this because I come out of the Christian beliefs and teachings. Okay, and I had to learn my sovereignty. Well, I didn't know it. I wasn't taught it. I was actually given I think, 10 dot points of the Baptist Constitution. That's what I was born into. Be very aware of what you were born into. You go, I am of this faith, I am of that faith. You should look up the constitution of that human-made organization. And one of their dot points was that you are a sinner saved by grace. I was born into that. I was born into a vibrational story that I'm a sinner. And it's only by grace, thank God, that he loves me. He loves me. That's paternal, isn't it? Okay. Whoa. Okay. It's taken me all my life to unpack this. Until 1999, when I had my Mother's Day experience, which is in the book. And I came into this, and just the day before, I was on my knees, dark night of the soul stuff, going, I can't keep doing this. What's the point? It's a no-win situation. Okay? And I want to tell you that other organizations, bless their hearts, who think that they're serving humanity, okay, have got the victim, intimidator, and rescuer. They're actually rescuers. That's why they're rescue services. Services. Do you believe in services? Okay. What do you use services for? You want them to save you. Okay, that's going to another creator and going, excuse me, creator, will you come in and save me? I'm a creator. Why would I ask another creator to save me? This is a soul sovereign self. You're sovereign. Okay, there's nothing change or fix about me right now, particularly when I'm ignited in my soul sovereign capacity. I do not need another creator to come in. That's creation streaming. Can you be this to me? And they come in and oppress you. That's why the world is oppressed, because we've been oppressing ourselves and our board of directors within us. We've been oppressing the divine feminine. We've been usurping her and say, no, I know you're trying to give me the truth, but no, little Will's going to do it this way. I'll do it myself. And we're not meaning to do it, but we do. We usurp the creation of the world that the divine feminine would have bought for you. Okay, in that mother love sense, a magnificent world. And the divine feminine and the divine masculine blows into that. There you are. And then the divine inner child is me living the experience of the world that's being created. So this happens on all levels, all planes, on every thought, every feeling, every desire. Creators of worlds, worlds within worlds. When we were running theosophy groups, okay, worlds within our worlds, it's taught. And I never understood it, okay, until this, and now I understand. It's like, oh, I'm creating through my thought feelings. And so we want you to come into being a sovereign soul that works out of your gifts and abilities that are connected to this. Inspired thought, inspired vision. Okay, inspired. What's inspired? Sovereign rulership, sovereign reality, sovereign truth. Okay, from being connected to you, your greater you. That's you. That's who your natural state of business is. Totally innocent. Okay, just lost in the illusion for a little while, coming back into our sovereign state to project, to expand, to rule. Okay, so what are your stories? Are you actually listening to other creators that are actually holding you back from participating in the flexibility of your soul movement? Okay, and that's what this beautiful client had going on, was this story. No, I'm not allowed to go there. I'm not allowed to be there with my loved ones. This person was ruling her world. No, sorry, who's ruling who? And I'm not talking egoic here. No, if I feel to go into that space, that other soul cannot tell me that I've got no ability to be there and shouldn't be there. I'm boundless. If you can imagine, this earth is brokered physically. Okay, it's brokered. Everyone, it's all been for sale. It's all been broken up into little lots, and you can't go here and you can't go there and you can't go there. Everything is brokered. And this is what we do in relationships. No, it's going to be brokered as well. You can't do this and you can't do that. And we control each other's toilet rolls. Family lives. Souls longing to be with each other, and we're interfering with it and controlling it. How dare we? Okay, soul sovereignty rules. Sovereignty rules. Human laws may say, no, that road is blocked. Okay, I'll get a prompting and I'll go somewhere that I need to go. Okay, there's not going to be a human there with their rules. I don't see them. Because what are the odds of me doing what I'm meant to be doing to everything that they're doing? Okay, no, they don't rule me. I'm the ruler. I'm the ruler. I'm sovereign. Sovereign. Okay, how much more effective are you going to be after this message? Okay, you rise, you get up physically and go into the space that you're feeling called to. Go, I'm not allowed to go there. I've only got a 5K lockdown. I'm only going out for exercise. Really? Come on. I can promise you that when you get out and you're going where your soul is directing you, you're not going to see anyone that's going to pull you up. And if you do, they were like me. They were actually this policeman looking at a bird going over while I drove through the checkpoint. I'm going, so cool. Okay, he was having a moment of consciousness. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, soul sovereignty. That is rulership over the vibrations of this world. Rulership. Rulership by alchemy. Rulership by knowing quantum law. Rulership. Ruling. Ruling. This is not for the ego to interpret and then go chuck a bit of attitude on people. This is spiritual alchemy in the isness of your being, shining your expectation of no issue into wherever it is that you want to rise and go and do and be. That's sovereignty. The gates will open before you. The policeman will be looking at the birds and having a lovely moment. All right, I think we'll leave it at that. Anyone want to pop in? Because I tell you what, I want to hear how you feel sovereign now. Please tell me you feel sovereign. Go. Take charge.
I am flowing with sovereignty and knowing and in wholeness of that everything I project is love and light. And I absolutely shift this world and all of us coming together and rising above and going into the 5D Christ consciousness. I hope I said all that right, but I know I did because I'm sovereign.
You know you did. And you witness it. Your soul goes, yes. And fills up every cell and every atom of your body with glee and glows. And you just go, it's the best feeling. People use drugs for this stuff. We get it free. Okay, we don't have to use the pretend or the false or whatever. It's absolutely free. No system involved. Fantastic.
That was beautiful watching your light body turn on. Ta-da, here you are in your fullness, whole and complete in my sovereignty. I know who I am, and I am doing it with great confidence because I radiate it every day. I am alchemy because I am love.
Yes. Excellent. Look at this. Elephant right there. Oh, thank God. You know, that's to bring the elephants through. What a privilege. That's what I'm here for. See, we know our journeys. Tony Taylor, you're an elephant. She's bringing, doesn't she just teaches the message, she stays true to the message, and you're always bringing that through. I love you, Tony. How's everyone else going? Is Kobe and Lisa Bowen asleep? Just wanting to know. One's at one end of the day and the other's at the other end of the day.
I'm not asleep, just listening.
Did you like that, Kobe?
Of course, yes.
Yeah. We are sovereign over our vibration, and we are to take sovereignty over every vibration.
Yep. Mind you, I sort of started to drift into a different world. I wasn't asleep, but just started to, I don't know, drift. Very weird, that energy. It's just so lovely.
That's called, we were just talking about lucid dreaming right at the start of this. It's really good that you've been doing a little bit of that. When it becomes clear, make sure you share what you're getting. So important for us to hear it. All right. Well, it's been a big couple of hours for all of us. Thanks, Lisa. Thank you. Gigi, thank you and welcome to this class. I don't know that you've been here before. I just loved having you here. You're sitting fair in the middle of my screen.
Thank you so much for having me here. It's my first time, so it's very beautiful. Thank you.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Oh, Tony Taylor, you grew a beard. You got a little bit of scruff there. Hello, David. Hi, David. How are you?
All kinds of awesome. Thank you.
All kinds of awesome. My pleasure.
Look at my back door here. Look at my beautiful blue sky and my beautiful tropical water.
But you have that for real, which is just insane. You just live in the most beautiful place in the world, or one of them anyway.
It is nice here.
Oh, it's so lovely to see you. I'm doing really good. Can you feel me?
All the time. Comes
That's
through the top of my head.
I love you. We always have these beautiful partners floating in and out behind the scenes. And I just love having you here to absorb a powerful message from today. Actually, it was really cool. It's like, yeah, we've got to teach this. Okay. We've got to get to the point. Sovereignty is the point.
I want to say thank you, Ruth. As always, it was, of course, I've heard it over and over, but every time it seems to come at a different level. It might be the same words, but the energy is so different every time. The message, the way that it's wrapped, the energy that it's wrapped in is so different. And I was watching Gigi because I know that she hadn't been here and I meant to welcome her earlier. And I could just see her light body was just, it's almost like she's just so thirsty. It was just like sucking and oozing it in. And I could see it was just going like this. And it's just kind of like, it's just, I don't know. You were on another level today. You were just on another level. That's what I felt. I just felt everything just go, and it just boom, and then it anchors, and then it just like shoots up like a volcano, of energy, but so controlled, so precise in its trajectory, not in chaos. And that's what I felt. And it's so funny because I have to tell you this, when Shamama was channeling the many the other day, another beautiful message that came through, and you had popped on the call, and it was an overarching message to open up the conversation. And all of a sudden I saw you like Merlin. You just stood there and your arm went up like this, and the energy started swirling around and just dispersed on everyone.
Oh, wow, beautiful. Oh, thank you for sharing. See, we don't know these things unless we actually speak sometimes.
It was so cool. I said to David, I just had the coolest vision of Ruthie. Not sure where that came from, but okay, I'll go with it.
Yeah, I love Merlin as a show. It's like I love everything night. I am the White Knight.
And then I'm seeing Lisa talking to her dragon.
Yes.
It's very cool.
Oh gosh. Now that's sovereignty. That's sovereignty. Okay.
So much fun. We're gonna have so much fun. We're just playing. We're always playing. It just depends on where you want to play.
That's right. It's fun playing here. I just love playing on this platform. Thank you, QEC, Quantum Elite Community, Quantum Tribe. And thank you to Mark Santos that we actually saw today. Thank you, Darla Williams, just in case I didn't do that for emceeing today. It was actually so beautifully balanced. It was just lovely. Actually, I've found great pleasure in every single one of our celebrations. So much fun. Thank you for all being here today. I'll let you go in peace. Okay, turn on your light bodies. Be sovereign. Okay, sovereign. That means you order the universe the way you want to see it. Not it ordering you. You order. You decree onto your quantum form. You say what it is. No, I won't have that. I will have this, and that's your symphony. You're a conductor of energies. Yes, I'll have this. No, I won't have that. No, I'll have this. Be that, be the director of your life, because you are the creator. Okay. Thank you.